Hi guys, so today I will be doing my weekly Top 10 Tuesday post, and this week it was top 10 books that broke your heart a little bit. I've got a lot of those books, and some actually had happy endings but kind of broke my heart throughout the book, and some just tore my heart up at the end. I am going to start off with okay. We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. I adore this series. This is the third in the book, which is the last one. I don't want to give, any spoilers or whatever, but let's just say that I did like the ending, but my heart just bled for someone else in the book. So next book is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. This book was so emotional and again, it had a good ending, but Stephanie Meyer sort of tricked me actually, and this over here was basically the end, and I was bawling over here. I was crying, and I was like, oh, you know what? I hate this book. After reading 600 pages, this happens, and then you go next page, and it's empty, and I'm like, no, that's it. It's the end, and then next chapter. She tricked us. And I was like, you know what? Okay, so there's actually a continuation, and it was actually a good ending, but Stephanie Meyer played with my heart. Next book is a book I just read actually a week ago, and it is The Probability of Miracles. This is a book about a girl that has cancer, and they gave her I think a year to live, or a couple of months, and I mean it's inevitable. You know that she will die. It's just that I didn't know how she was going to die. I mean, was it like an open-ended sort of book, or does she? But I cried. It was a really good book. I didn't expect it to be. This book was very sarcastic. Throughout the whole book, the character was very sarcastic. It was different. I didn't imagine a cancer patient would be like this, but I really, really loved this book, and I was it was 12 at midnight, and I had school the next day, and I was crying, and I'm like, I need to go to sleep now, but I can't, stop crying, and it was amazing. Windy Wonder. It's a good book. Next book is 20 Boy Summer by Sarah Auckler, and this book from the third page, the protagonist's crush gets killed in a car accident that she was in. Actually, she was in the same car with him, and yeah, from the third page it just started crying, and it was sad, but it was a good book. This is amazing. Next book is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I think you guys know why this book is broke my heart. If you guys have not read Harry Potter, maybe you need to skip the next 10 seconds, but now Sirius Black. I mean, I did not see that coming at all, and I barely had time with him. It was Prisoner of Azkaban, and then Goblet of Fire, and then this, and then that's it. He's gone. J.K. Rowling, you just break my heart. Next book is, I forgot to put it, is, again, J.K. Rowling, Deathly Hallows. This book, again, you need to skip if you haven't read it or watched the movie or whatever. But I was counting how many people died in this book, and it's from the first chapter. Hedwig. Well, Hedwig isn't a person, but still, I mean, I loved Hedwig. And then Mad-Eye Moody, and then later on Lupin, Tonks. There were too many deaths in this book. I just Snape also. It's just, I don't know. It's very sad. It's very sad. Okay, next books. I actually don't have them, so I have a tiny paper, and I'll just put the picture. If I Stay by Gail Forman. That book made me cry from page 13. I remember the page number. It was so sad, and I was crying throughout the whole book. The book is small, actually, and I was crying. I couldn't stop crying, and I couldn't put it down, and it was just a crying fest going on. Next book is Shut Down the Moon by Lisa Tucker. I actually have this book, but my friend borrowed it to read it, and this book was amazing. It's a contemporary, and it's amazing. It has a good ending, but it's just that the struggle the protagonist had to go through, and what she had to witness and stuff like that. It was very sad. Next book is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. Also don't have the book. And for any people who did not watch this or read this book, you need to skip the next 10 seconds. And basically, Prim ends up dying after Katniss actually going instead of her to the Hunger Games. In the end, she dies. Was it all in vain? Well, no, not really, but... And her and Gale, just... I hope my sister isn't listening to this, because then I would have spoiled the whole series for her, but... That was just... is too sad for me. I was, like, crying my eyes out. So, the next book is Delirium by Lauren Oliver. Thank you, Lauren, for giving me that amazing cliffhanger at the end that made me want to rip the book apart, even though it was on my iPad, but rip the iPad apart or break it or something. But I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but let me just say that the ending was horrible. For me, it was horrible. I read it a couple of months ago, and till now, I'm like, you know what? I should not have read it then. I should have waited until Pandemonium was out. And I heard that Pandemonium also had a really bad cliffhanger at the end, so... For anyone, just wait till all 3 books come out and then read them. You don't have to go through the torture of waiting between the books. And the last book that's it, actually. I can't think of any other books that might have. Oh, actually, there's just one book that did break my heart. So that's the 11th book. And it is The Rescue by Nicholas Sparks. It's one of my all-time favorite fiction books. It is amazing. You know Nicholas Sparks. All of Nicholas Sparks' books have a sad ending. Sad, it's like a bittersweet ending. It's good, and still bad. So anyways, those are all the books, and I can't think of any more. Okay, so that's it, guys. Comment below, leave me comments, whatever. Tell me, link me to any top 10 choices that you have, and have a nice day. Bye, guys.